much of the piece is factual, and how much did you bring in terms of the dramaturgy?
A lot of it is, a lot of the Jack stuff is fictional, but it's based, like it's based off of maybe a line that I got from one of the newspaper articles, and I just kind of said, okay, I'm gonna run with this, see where this goes. Like I said, Tessie's character is based off of Vesta Tilley, who's kind of preeminent male impersonator, and a lot of that material is from newspaper articles about Vesta Tilley. Not directly, but kind of stuff that, again, I took and was inspired by. And then a lot of Dixon's material is inspired by a bunch of the gentlemen you read about, the dramaturgical note, if you read the dramaturgical note, the dramaturgical book that I love that John puts together, but was from Havelock Ellis and his treatise, Sexual Inversion. So most of it was inspired by factual things, but this is not like a biopic. This is inspired by a true story. So I hope they don't think this is like actually what happened. This is going to be hard to kind of take. Yeah.
Will we have those recordings somewhere?
Lots
that would have made the dialogue easier to write even, right?
Sure.
So you see, we're all women up here, and I was wondering what your choice, your thinking was behind that, noting that in the script that all the parts are to be played by women. Can you expand on that?
Yeah. Well, I went to an all-women's college, Wellesley College, and there was a lot of theater there, and a lot of the theater the main kind of stream productions they brought in men, but the rest of them, I played Bassanio in the Merchant of Venice, and we were playing all the roles, and I always kind of envisioned doing theater with all women and having them kind of play all the roles. So this is something that feels right to me, and it also feels right for the script, because we're talking about the blurriness of lines and the kind of performativity of the gender anyway, so it makes sense to have a cast of all women. And I like that, that Colleen gets to play a mob boss and a suffragette in the same, like within 10 minutes of each other. Like, I like that.
The mob boss is my usual type.
I like writing roles for women, and I like to, if I had my way, I always, and I do have one.
We have about 5 minutes. We could take maybe one more question. If not,
What happened next in Jack's life historically?
We don't know. We don't know. There's a couple of a couple of newspaper clips that are kind of highly sensationalized.
Yes.
About like he swam the Delaware River and all this stuff about what he did. And then
Read the notes.
yeah. and then this paternity suit came up, and then he was ordered back to skirts, and the one article said he was doing fine until he had an encounter with Charlie and not. And that was that's all we know about Jack and what happened.
Know that Letty and Jack did become good friends, and they did maintain a relationship together, which I think is really wonderful. We don't in the newspapers we don't know about the intimacy of the relationship, of course, but.
And the newspaper clippings have to be taken with a grain of salt at this time, because most of the mainstream newspapers read like are sensational. The rags you read at the supermarket, okay, and us, it was, there was a lot of sensationalism, and so you can kind of feel the bias from the newspaper, the approach, how they approached someone like Jack.
Yes.
I do have a quick question. The staging, was that in the text or was that all John's? The music, the vaudeville style, I mean, it was just,
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I'm gonna answer it. So a lot of it is in the text. The songs, most of the songs, all of the songs,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
of Tessie's songs are given to us, provided by Andrea. And are they factual? Like, are they historical songs?
Yeah,
Some were
following,
Best Tilly did Following Father's Footsteps.
Yeah, they're all from
They're
actual
all,
lyric
okay.
verses.
So all the music is, the staging, it does say in the stage directions that it should be really simple and just, five females. I think we did get a tracking, like you told us who was playing who.
Yeah.
We didn't make that up. But John, gave us this sort of framework of the titles are in the script.
And the
but how to-
dressing room style
Yeah.
and
and the proscenium. That's all.
And the footlight.
yeah.
That's all John.
That's it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
you.